Good afternoon. Welcome back to Crochet with Lulu and Friends. Today is day 28 of hashtag Christmas Extravaganza 2026. Today I want to say a huge thank you to KK and Kristen over at K&K Crochet. Those of you that have not followed them or subscribed to their channel, please do so. They're awesome. This month, they have set aside, some have done it daily, some do it weekly, some are doing it bi-weekly. And it's just where we give tips, suggestions, ideas, or we show a work in progress or a finished object to get us ready for that big day that we all want to be prepared for, and that is Christmas. I have seen so many beautiful makes that I've wanted to add to my bucket list of to-dos. So today, go over and give K&K Crochet a big old yarn raid, throw some yarn at them, give them some love, and watch all of the videos of the hashtag Christmas Extravaganza 2026. Today is a suggestion. I talk about being organized a lot because I'm preaching to myself. Right now, I'm not organized. I aspire to be organized. And so I have what I think I have developed an organizational project for me to do. I'm getting some 5-subject notebooks and color pencils. Now, the reason I say color pencils is I love me a good highlighter. I love highlighters. I love the little color tabs that you stick above the pages that tell you what it is that you'll knock off 25 times and you have to re-glue it back. Me. I love all of those. I love having all of those little things handy. But 2 simple things that I'm getting that will make my daily makes so much easier is a 5-subject notebook and a pack of cheap color pencils from the Wally World. And in that notebook, I'm going to, and I know this is a little blurry because the lighting in here today is horrible. But I'm going to tell you what I've written down. And you know we've got to remove the glasses. I'm not good at keeping up with my daily projects, what I do, what I've made for other people. I try to, and I've got a notebook that I have been keeping up with it somewhat, but it's not the best. So I'm hoping this 5-subject notebook will help me. One of my sections, I'm going to put whips and faux. Name of project will be on there. And under that, date started, date finished, yarn info. We need all of that information. And I'm making another note here. Excuse me. Yarn info, rows, and stitch count. And I just went completely blank. We know I do that a lot. Rows and stitch count, stitches used, that's very important. Hook size, we know that's important. Pattern by. Then under that section, also 2 things I've just added, allergies and the height and the width. Now the allergies is very important if you're making this for somebody that might be allergic to wool or certain allergies. That way you know that this project can't come in contact with that because they might have a reaction. Or this project is not made out of wool, it's made out of acrylic, or it's made out of cotton, or what have you. The height and the width is very important. If it's a beanie, for my son, I need to know how long he wants it, how wide it needs to be, because I have a small head. So 60 rows, 60 stitches is usually plenty big enough for me, and that's the standard beanie. But for some people, it's not large enough, or it may be too large. So it's important to know their head measurements. I always tell everybody, measure from where you want your beanie to stop to the top of the head on one side. And that gives me the measurements for both sides as to how long you want your beanie and how many rows I need to go. Where do they want the beanie to come to? Do they want it to come down here and then fold it up? Or do they want it to wear it here and it be a slouchy beanie? All of those things, we need to know that. So the height and the width. Month-to-date totals, that's just for me. That's more of a me thing because I like to know how many projects I've done in a month. And then I've got month-to-date totals, project date, and amount. I had a friend that ordered 5 beanies a couple of years ago, and had I had this in place at that time, I would have known the colors. She wanted pom-poms for all of them, so I had to take snapshots of my pom-poms, and she picked out for each beanie what color she wanted the beanies and which pom-pom. So that would have been good to have gone back and said project, month-to-date totals, project date, or to go into my daily whips and bows. And I'm making another note, projects for. Then I want a year-to-date total. I want it done by month, and then a year-to-date so that I have it handy to say, okay, I need to step up. I need to pick up my game here. Type of project. Is it a blanket, wearable, amigurumi? And again, the measurements are very important in our world. So my suggestion is, this is for me. So tell me in the comment section how you keep up with yours. Do you do a list? Is it this length that you how do you keep up with your projects? And I've been outside, and so I've kind of developed a little bit of a allergy to something that's floating around out there in the air. Now, I have 2 friends that live locally, and they both do a lot of different crafts. One does the cards. She makes the cards. She quilts. She does, she paints. She used to do scrapbooking. So for Christmas, one of their gifts in their bags will be a 5-subject notebook and a pack of color pencils. Because as I hope I've mentioned, this is like the 6th take that I've done for this. So I forget what I've already said. I like the color pencils because they don't bleed through, and you can easily read what you've written through the color of the pencil on your paper. So they will be getting that in their bags this year, as of right now. So tell me in the description box, not in the description box, I said that earlier in a video and deleted the video. In the comment section, how you keep up with your works in progress, your finished objects. Do you write down who you've made it for, what the occasion was? Tell me, because I want to know. I may copy some of your ideas into my own. And then others would like to know, because this helps us keep up with what we are doing, what we need to do, and what we want to do. And then I may have a section of want to do list. Right now my want to do list is growing because I saw Kelly at Crochet Mom for Life. Hey Kelly, I love you, Kelly. She's got all these mini amigurumi books. My cousin from New Jersey just bought me one of the ocean creatures, and I love it. So Kelly's got all these books, and I want one of those. I think there's 2 of them that I really, really want. And one is I think the woodland critters and the bag charms. So I really want those 2. And then I saw Amy at Hooked on Wishing. Hey, Amy. She has one it's like the Woobles amigurumi book. So I see all of these books I want, so I'm probably going to have a section in there, want to make, and books that I want for crocheting, because crocheting is the only thing really that I'm needing the book for. A lot of you crochet, you knit, you sew, you junk journal, you do diamond painting, all those things. So you may want to get a larger notebook. So tell me how you keep up with your organizational secrets and tips, because we all need to know that. I need to know that. Please tell me in the comment section what you do to keep you organized, to help you. This helps us. All of these Christmas extravaganza videos that KK and Kristen, hey KK and hey Kristen, I love you girls so much. Thank you for putting this on. Thank you for inviting me to be a participant to do this, because I have loved doing this. And if you hear one over here crying, he's dreaming. He's not in distress. Probably in his dreams he's in distress, but he's not in distress. I have enjoyed this so much, and there's so many things that I want to do, like the books. I want the books. There's so many things I want to make. Jana Kay over at Leave It to Stitches. Hey, Jana Kay, I love you. She done, I think it was her first project. It was a flower pot granny square cozy, and it was gorgeous. Kristen done a key fob cover that I loved. Lynn at Lynn Penguin's Crochet, she done a pouch that fits down in a canvas bag with adjustable straps. The straps can be moved from, if you have straps this close or this far apart, it's fixed to where that you can move the strap covers. So things like that I want to put in my book, so that when I'm making a project, I can keep that into consideration. Oh my goodness, Lynn had an awesome idea with that. So Kristen made that key fob cover. KK has been doing beautiful star blankets, and I aspire to do a beautiful star blanket. So that's on my bucket list. I made a small one last year, but it wasn't very big. I want to do a start to finish star blanket. So that's going on my bucket list. Julie at Julie's Creation done a granny square bag, and it is gorgeous, and I love it. She squared hers at the bottom, and then she drew it up at the top, and then it has the straps, and I loved that. So there's so many things that I can write in my want to do bucket list page. So that's important to know. And then I may want to put that it was KK or Kristen or Jana Kay or Julie or Lynn or Kelly. Hey, Kelly, what's the name of that book that you showed? You know, things like this is very important when you're watching another content creator, because you may want to make notes, and that's one of my sections, is my bucket list and what to do list pages, that I can say, let me go back and ask them again, what was the name of that book, or what was the name of that stitch that they used, or who did they get that pattern from? Things like that's very important. And I know to my two friends that are local that do all of the different crafts and things, I know one of those notebooks will come in handy, and the color pencils. So that's one of the things, sorry, I talk with my hands. That's something that's going in their bag for Christmas. So you may want to give a book and explain to them what that book is for. You may type a little note or handwrite a little note in there. I got you this to help keep you organized in your quilting, your painting, your diamond art paint, your cross stitch, whatever you have given that book for. Put a little card in there to let them know what it's for. I know a few years ago, one of my friends that's local, she does the cards. She makes the cards. And she will cut out quilt squares and quilt pieces. They're not all squares. They're all different shapes and sizes. And she will put those on the front of some of her cards. So my thing was then is I would order her, and sometimes I think I had a couple mailed to her house, so she'd have them right then, the blank cards with the blank envelopes, and that way she could, and then she made me a bunch of them, and I loved them. So, you know, leave a card in there, what it's for, what you are giving it to them for, but let them know that, hey, I want to see what your organizational tips are, if that's what they're using it for. If they're using it for, as I've mentioned so many times, recipes or all those different ideas, all of those different stories, leave a comment card. Leave a card in there as to what you want it to be for. And I'm sorry this has been a little hairy scary today. We've had a lot of excitement going out on the roadway. We've had emergency vehicles go up. We had an 18-wheeler truck parked in front of the neighbors a few minutes ago. This road's not wide enough for that. We've had a lot of excitement going today. They've been very restless since they've come in. And I'm easily distracted, as you all know. It's like squirrel. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for your lovely comments. And please leave me comments as to how you keep up with your projects. Thank you so very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with my hairy scariness. And join me back again tomorrow for day 29 of #Christmas Extravaganza 2026. First of all, go over to K&K Crochet, throw some yarn at them girls, give them a yarn raid, and tell them, hey, from Lulu, and show them some love, and show all of these participants some love in this #Christmas Extravaganza 2026. Thank you. Bye-bye.